Hello, everyone. It's this week's Stocks episode. I'm Jam,
I'm Cons.
and we are two bros interested in finance. It's been a time. I mentioned this in the crypto episode as well. We always shoot that one first. Um, Many things are happening. Not with stocks, I would say. The prices are just going down. I don't really remember it going up like tremendously, but I remember them going down tremendously. But as it is a stocks episode, you start, I'll comment, you'll comment, and we'll see how it goes. And you have the floor now.
Cheers, bro. Yeah, as always, let's start with our GetQuin performance for year to date. I haven't checked it in a long time, bro. Like since our last video. Normally I check it, but the whole stocks, with this whole political turmoil, I just can't be bothered. Too much stuff to look at. And yeah, but let's just get to the spicy numbers. -9%, 8.99 aggregated year to date for 2026 in the minus, man. For my picks, that would be 8.77, and for yours, I believe it's 9.2. So we're pretty much in the same hole, both together, man. Uh, Honestly, it could be worse, right? I think from the last time we did our video, we were in a similar position, actually. So also like -8, 9%. So year to date wise, we haven't really worsened. And I like to put that in aspect with the S&P 500 because last time we did the video, the S&P 500 was pretty much still even though we were 8, 9% in minus, and now it's 3.5% year to date in minus. I don't know if you remember, but I had a little bit of the fear with the indices still dropping, right? And
Mhm.
because our stocks, the individual stocks crash, but the indices were still like at all-time highs, not really moving. And now within in March, they have crashed at least in the S&P. And yeah, I will just go through the individual stocks quickly. I'll start with the best one. Year-to-date performance out of our picks is Netflix, up 4.75%. We have Google stock down 4.4%, Mastercard down 12%, Amazon stock down 8.3%. Bank of America actually surprised me. I don't check it a lot, -16.5% year to date, and Novo Nordisk -25%, and SAP -18% year to date. Tough times, tough times. Let's just start with Netflix because it's the best news we've got. I think at least it's one of our picks that is in plus year to date. And there was some good news about it, right? I mean, good news apparently for the investors. It wasn't, I didn't really mind too much, but they drew out of the whole Warner Bros. Acquisition deal, right? And they took a step back, and the stock really liked it. So I think on the day this news came out, it was like up 15, 16%, something like this. And yeah, I mean, personally, I don't mind it. I think the deal would have been great. If the deal
I
is
think
not
so as well.
happening, it's also great, I guess. Maybe Netflix will come back around it and maybe purchase it on a later timing. But yeah, I think at the same time, yeah.
Before you end with this topic, I want to say one thing about this,
Hmm.
like Netflix and Warner Bros. Deal. This is what I really don't like about the market, and unfortunately, the market is controlled by whales, right?
Hmm.
And for us, we mentioned this in the very first video that we have done in the what's it called in this channel, and we said that we are long-term investors, we are value investors, and so on. I can't get my head around with the Warner Bros. Deal. Everyone's going to watch Harry Potter. Harry Potter has merch. I don't know if Warner Bros. Other things, DC Universe,
Hmm. Hmm.
and everything like that merch and everything. Why can't investors see that in the long term this deal is going to be beneficial and like price it in that? Like I actually don't see, just because they're going to pay money, just because for a couple of quarters the financials are going to be minus. Why can't investors just say that, oh, this is going to be good in the long term, let's just buy the stock? But like, other than that, just because they're going to spend money, they're just saying that, oh, let's just like drop the price, let's just sell it off, buy. Like it just doesn't make sense, and I hate the fact that we are just controlled by those kind of people rather than long term investors.
Yeah, I really don't, I really didn't understand the initial reaction to it either. I thought they got the deal when I saw the stock rising up so much, and until I actually reached the news that they drew back. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it would have been a great deal. I think the deal was only for the streaming parts of Warner Bros. Though, so I think that's the main part of the deal. So it has nothing. I think it has nothing to do with um like the physical stuff to buy. Like if you want to buy, I don't know, Harry Potter figurines, I think that still goes to Warner Bros. But the streaming rights would have gone to Netflix. I think that was the main part of the deal. So from what I know, it was only the streaming rights, pretty much. If you
Oh,
understand, yeah.
was it? Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
I'm
I
not.
thought they were just like buying off Warner Bros. In general, and
I
anything that Warner Bros. makes
no,
goes to Netflix
no.
essentially.
I think it was a partial deal, but of course, like if we're wrong, please always do your own research. But I'm pretty sure it was a partial deal about Warner Bros. But either way, man,
Okay.
like it comes back to the same story. I think it would have been a great deal. You think it would have been a great deal in the long term? It would have been a great deal. But then again, maybe, Netflix picks it up in a couple years, maybe even cheaper. Who knows, right? And then it wouldn't
Who
make
knows?
such
Yeah.
a big deal. And yeah, I think Netflix will be fine either way, with or
Yeah. Yeah.
without
Yeah. Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Otherwise, I'll just move on to the next stock quickly. Google, I mean, there's not much to talk about. We've always talked about Google. It's been quite stable, only down 4.4%. So yeah, cheeky sell-off, man. It had a crazy run. I don't worry about it. I don't look at it. It's just let it be, I guess. Mastercard is a special one. I'm still looking to buy. And actually, I bought two other stocks that I'll mention quickly at the end of the video. But this one is still on my buying list. So Mastercard still on the top. um, I really want more of it, but I'm hoping for it to drop more. So yeah, let's see. I don't know if you have anything to add towards Mastercard. No.
I think not only for Mastercard, but I can say this about the sector as well. Sorry, I was just like
Yeah.
looking at something. There's a new last new flash news happening on Twitter. Anyways, we'll talk about it later as well. Um, what I can say, because like we invested in tech and we picked our picks, hoping that tech would do as good as last year. But it's not doing as good as last year. I think it will still do as good as last year, hopefully better. But what I can say is during this like uncertain times, I think financial sector, consumer sector is doing good, and I think that's why Mastercard is going to do good, like better than that we thought that it would.
Mm. No, I agree. I'm really bullish on Mastercard, and I think uh, Mastercard is one of those. Um, just talking about the whole financial sector in general, is had a really bad start in the year to date in 2026. So the whole, like, I
Yeah.
think JP Morgan is down 10 -10,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
Visa is down. Bank of America, right, is down as well, and S&P GI as well. All the credit rating companies, Intuit, FICO, they're all getting hammered. Um, and yeah, I still think Mastercard is probably one of my favorites out of this whole sector, and I think they're gonna do perfectly fine.
I think
Um,
it's going to be fine.
yeah, by the end of the year, I would even like to say by the end of the year, it might reach a new all-time high. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just gonna pull it out there. I know you don't like price targets, but I love them. Keeps me motivated, you know. But yeah, should I hit the next one?
Yes,
Uh,
please.
talk about Amazon quickly. I have not much to add. I would love to add more Amazon if I can. Um, but again, our little hope here is that Amazon soon performs better than it has in the past 6 months or 12 months, I guess. Still a bit laggy, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, it happens, I guess.
yeah.
These slow
I mean,
times.
Amazon is going to do. I think Amazon is going to be the tech stock that it's going to have the year that Google had last year. I think it's just with the uncertainty, like geopolitical risks and everything is just like holding it back. But like, everything ends. This war is going to end as well. I mean, we still haven't mentioned the war, but like, we
Yeah,
still haven't talked deeply about it. But like, everything ends.
yeah,
So I think it's just going to have an amazing year.
yeah.
This is what
Just
I'm going to say.
just thinking about it, like we always say, for the long term, right? Long term Amazon consumer, um, you're not gonna stop ordering your Christmas present on Amazon for the next 10, 15 years. This is also, I think, a very healthy way at looking at the stock. I think Amazon is not going anywhere, and
Yeah.
you get those times where it's sideway movement, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the year we had hit some new all times highs. That would be nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
bullish, bullish, bullish. Bank of America. Um, I have not much to say because I don't have much interest in Bank of America, but you love it, and I think you bought it, right? So it gave you a good buying opportunity recently.
Um, it did. I bought it. So like last year, my average was around $32 or something like that. I can't quite remember. I bought it again at $48. So right now my position is around 40 something dollars. I'm not sure, but I think I told you financial sector, I think is just going to be nice during these uncertain times. So let's see how it's gonna go. And I always like to keep a bank in my portfolio. I think they're stable, good returns. Nothing can happen to banks. I mean, of course, like banks can fail, which they have failed in the past, but I, I don't know. I have good hopes for the banks. I always liked bank stocks, and that's the reason why I would like to have Bank of America.
Yeah. No, I agree, and they had pretty good. I don't. They recorded earnings already, right? This year, I
Yeah,
believe.
I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They were
And
they were fine.
yeah, so in general, the financial sector is doing fine earnings wise. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm just gonna hop into Novo Nordisk. There has been quite some news. Um, but yeah, these days, I think in February when we did our second episode, it was up like 20%. It was like on second spot with ASML year to date. So happy times for like 2 weeks. So yeah, let's see. I mean, I'm still bullish on Novo Nordisk. I think it's a heavily undervalued company just from the financials perspective. I know how you feel about it. I don't think we need to return it. Um, or repeat it. I mean, sorry. But yeah, in general, yeah, it's having a tough time, just like everything these days, I guess. Um, yeah, you have something to add, or should we go SAP?
Um, you know what I think about Novo
Nah,
Nordisk. We
just
talked
leave it,
about
bro.
this.
Just leave it.
We talked about this in this channel so many times. I'm not going to repeat
Nah,
it.
it's good to have an opposing factor. Otherwise, it's always, uh,
Yeah.
it's important to have that. But yeah, SAP 166, I think that's around your entrance price as far as I remember. Because
My
SAP
entrance
hasn't really.
price is 172 euros.
Oh, yeah, okay.
When I was buying it in the beginning of the year for the GetQuin portfolio, I mentioned this, but I would like
Yeah,
to emphasize it again. It was around 200 euros, and that should be around my average, if I'm not mistaken, like around that price. And I mentioned this, and I'm going to mention it again. I knew that it was going to drop. to these prices. But because we like to be transparent with our GetQueen portfolio, I bought it in the beginning of year to my for my GetQueen portfolio with the price that it was trading at that moment. Otherwise, in my personal portfolio, as I have mentioned, it's 172 euros. Easy as that.
Yeah.
That's why, hence the losses on GetQueen portfolio.
Yeah, on GetQuin, we always track from year to date, right? From the beginning, 1st of January to the 31st of December. And of course, the stock fucking drops 10 or 15% on the 2nd of January. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, happens. And I mean, same thing could be said about Novo, but I don't want to mention
Please, but the difference there is you were not expecting this drop from Novo. I was
uh,
expecting that from
No,
SAP.
honestly, I could still see it because analytical.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Fibonacci levels, it was still possible. And honestly, I'm still just talking about Novi quickly. I am still tempted to buy more if it drops more. I have a still entrance point, so I don't care. Like I'm buying more for stock that I'm committed at. Um,
God.
but SAP actually surprises me. It's holding on really well on the 160, 170 mark. So it's really trying to build something and I mean, for me personally, I would be very interested in it if it drops more because it would go up my buying list a lot more.
You
Let's
were
see.
saying that when it was trading around 200s, you were saying that, oh, I would be interested if it drops to
160.
170s,
Yeah,
180s.
yeah, I remember.
It dropped, you didn't buy. But what gives me confidence with SAP is that the moment it drops to 168, 169, recovers
Yeah.
instantly, recovers. So that gives me confidence of market still likes SAP, still finds it cheap when it drops to 168, 169, 166, still finds it cheap at that price. So this gives me confidence that market still likes SAP. It's not like a
Mm.
stock like Nike, for example,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of that.
Oh,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I think it's still a strong stock, and with the price movement that it's having, the moment it drops, it goes back up. It gives me confidence, man.
Mm.
It gives me confidence. It feels like the market likes the stock, the market likes the company, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, like let's see, man. I just I bought the two other companies I'm gonna mention in a second. Um, before, but yeah, I think of course, I think if you buy in now SAP, I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
In 2-3 years time, right? But yeah, let's see. I always feel like, I buy in now, I can see like 10-15% drop coming, it's like typical shit. If I don't buy it, of course it's going up 15%, But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise I have not much to add except that I bought two other stocks in small positions actually, and that's Microsoft and Meta, man. Keeping it real in the Mag 7, keeping it where the return is. Because honestly, if I really think about it, it was, I mean, Microsoft and Meta, we've talked about them, right? Plenty of times. Everybody knows the companies. And I just thought about it. I'm using Microsoft every day, every single day. Millions of people are using Microsoft every single day, if they want to or not. Like they have no choice. And the same goes for Meta, right? Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. Every day I'm on WhatsApp. I rely on WhatsApp to call my parents, to call my brothers, to
Yeah.
message my girlfriend. I rely on Instagram to send fresh reels to my homies, except someone decided to go on TikTok. But either way, man, you see my point, right? And this same point is just that it's an amazing product that hundreds of millions of people rely on daily, and for the earnings are just beautiful. If I really think about Microsoft earnings over the time and over the quarters, and Microsoft being at its lowest valuation, I think, since 2022, and Meta being the lowest valuation in the Mag 7. I think it's a forward PE ratio of 23, 24. Correct me if I'm wrong. But for me, this was all pretty straightforward. So I picked up a little bit of money, bought some Meta, bought some Microsoft. I'm willing to buy both of them more if they keep dropping, but I'm happy with just having these positions for once and just gonna leave them and see how they go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm extremely confident with those two.
I agree with the things that you say. They use it every day. I use. I'm not sure if I use Microsoft every day, but like I use Meta every day for sure. Um, I just don't like Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
But
I'm on your
I
side with
still
that
can't
one,
get
bro.
my yeah, like I just can't get rid of that mental image of Zuckerberg trashing Apple just because they wouldn't give the AirPods license or whatever license that they were
Yeah.
seeking to Meta, and he was just crying about it. And I was like, brother, if you really want something, just do it yourself. Don't give other company a shit just because they're not giving their technology to you. Just do it yourself. But other than that, as a company wise, I don't have any negative comments to say about those companies. But yeah, I agree with, I would say, 99% of the things that you say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not a big Zuckerberg fan, and I'm sure I mentioned it in a previous episode, but I think I just went over this personal, keep it unpersonal because, personal thing don't matter in the stock market if you like him or not. What matters is
Yeah.
if the company makes money, and that was Meta, and I could say the same about Bill Gates and Microsoft and him being, with the whole Epstein stuff, and I don't want to get political. Of course, I don't like it, but it's an amazing company. I don't care. Like, yeah, I need
Yeah.
to set aside my personal feelings about this, and yeah, I think again, of course, it's tech, but tech runs, tech works, and gives the returns that I want. So yeah, hoping for it. Let's see. We'll do an update in a couple of months and see how they go.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, otherwise I have not much else to talk about. I think we still have, I mean, I would just say that ASML is still performing amazingly. We still have them both in our in our portfolio. And I would like to touch on Chevron quickly. We mentioned it in the crypto episode. That's also up year to date 26%. And yeah, amazing performance, I guess, because of the whole conflict thing. Um, yeah, what can we do, Mr. Cheeky Chance? Unfortunately, but maybe it will come back in the future. Maybe it will all cool down with this whole, I don't know, with this whole conflict thing in Iran and so forth, and maybe we'll get a buying up possibility, man. Like, I'm really pissed about this one, but it is what it is, especially because it's a really conservative stock and a nice balancer for the portfolio. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we couldn't have guessed what was going to happen,
Yeah,
which is happening. So, but yeah, I would say unlucky. We used
unlucky for real.
we picked other stocks that we thought that was going to perform better, but like the news just like changed the course, and you can't say much. It's not that we picked bad. It's
Yeah.
just politicians decided to do things that we couldn't foresee. So yeah,
Yeah, we could say we picked bad in the first 3 months of the year, but that's really easy to do, in my opinion, to pick bad for a
yeah.
time period of 3 months, right? A lot can happen. Um, and yeah, we don't care about 3 months. We don't care about 6 months. We care about years and decades, right? I guess. And yeah, I mean, technically, you could still buy Chevron if we're talking about decades, right? Won't be a bad entry, but yeah. Otherwise, I don't have much to add. I would add only the earnings that are coming up once in a while again, and we do have some interesting earnings, from my side at least. Um, Just checking on Qualtrim on Monday. I don't have much except a Chinese company after earnings, Meituan, but I don't really see anything else interesting. But Tuesday is going to be interesting for me, at least with TME, Tencent Music Entertainment, Asia Spotify, and Lululemon on Tuesday after close. And yeah, it's pretty much a China week. That's why I'm excited, man. Like, we got Wednesdays, we got Tencent. So I'm really excited for Tencent Holdings just because it's probably my favorite company in China. So I'm watching that one closely. And on Thursday, we get Alibaba. I've been waiting for Alibaba because they refuse to give a date of their earnings like until like a week before. It's crazy. Really really pisses me off. But yeah, excited for Alibaba and also with their clouds and so forth. It's really close to Amazon and their business idea. So let's see how Baba is doing, and then otherwise, I don't really see anything else. But yeah,
Neither do
excited,
I.
I guess. Yeah,
I think that's about it. I think, yeah,
it's a
it's
little bit
about
of
it.
my week, I guess. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But
I
yeah,
hope it goes well. I hope the wars in the world end, civilians don't die, as we always say. But this is
yeah.
what we have. This is what we are going to go with, and we are trying to make the best out of it. And it doesn't seem like we are making the best out of it, but at least we are trying our best.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. No,
Anyways, you don't have anything to add. I don't have
nothing
anything to
else.
add. Let's just end it. So, thank you guys for watching. You guys already know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, your grandma, your grandpa. Catch you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao, guys.